What's up, gamers? I decided, like, instead of idling there, we'll just talk here, make eye contact, even though I kind of suck at that because I'm so used to looking at chat. Hope you're all doing well. If not, well, guess what? We get to do a little something that we enjoy today. That's called drawing, or whatever, right? Actually, no, by mandate, if you join this stream, you have to draw. So, no other creative forms of expression or just doing things for yourself. You must only draw. I hope you're doing well. Like I said earlier, I seem to repeat myself. I'm like a little NPC reading off a script. Spent some time drawing today. Ooh, just realized I don't have much room to do this box. Things are in the works. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna say I need to be better about like talking about my projects or things. I think it's honestly just the best possible thing to like. Why should you ever tell anybody about the things you are doing unless they are ready to be done, right? Like unless it's like on its last leg. Of course, you should share people your interests and your hobbies and what you're working on, but like beyond that, why, right? What do you gain from telling people what you're working on unless it's like important, it's relevant, right? Like I feel like showing a work in progress, you gain nothing from it. Maybe okay, unless it's like, hey guys, I'm in the middle of this, could you critique it? But I can't find a personal reason why I would want to share that with people. And I'm going to be better about that. Then again, I have been good about it in some context. I tried being really quiet about the thing I was making of Skulldog and the leopard for bear, but I wanted to confirm that the species of the leopard was a leopard. Because bear kind of, I feel like, went through an iteration of this character or something. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. That's like probably one of my most dear quotes that I think about weekly, if not daily. And this was a unique dynamic I had with my team for my capstone and some other teams I've been on. Is they know, like the best teams I've had understand my best working conditions is just like give me a thing and it will be done, just let him go do it. Like let him, I'll, of course, if you ask for an update, I keep a journal whenever I usually work on things, like bigger projects, because I learned when I was doing a really, really, really big project on my own, I didn't have a journal or like anything kind of concretely cataloging how much I've worked or what I worked on and the lessons that I learned. So I literally, like, and I keep using literally way too much. In the middle of this huge project, I had like a small, like, couple day break, and I came back to it, and I was like, oh crap, I don't remember, like, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Right? As it just all whisked away my knowledge, and it's not like it was completely gone for me. I was just like, why did I know I had a reason for that. And like I lost files and I lost things like that because I have horrible naming conventions if I'm not held accountable. Like if I'm on a team, you know, I name things very well in my opinion. Like, you know, for their purpose, I take a lot of time thinking about the names of things. Ask any programmer about the literal textbooks on naming convention, right? Etc. But like when I'm on my own, oh, it's not good. You guys have seen me in Krita with how I name things. So it's so important to journal. Any engineer here, maybe even artists, I'm not sure. It probably is very valuable as an artist. I think, you know, you've seen me do it with these constructions, even way back in lesson 2. I'd write notes or ideas or things. They may not be that well put, or even correct. But there are thoughts I had in the process, right? And that helps give me context if I revisit it, or I want to critique these ideas. Little snapshots of how I was thinking. Now that journaling is difficult because you have to slow yourself down a bit. But man, when I don't know, I'm permanently like a journaler when it comes to work and like doing big tasks, just because of the pure pain I felt that one project of not being able to like having to spend so much time retracing my steps. After a while, you're like, it's just worth it. Maybe you're a very self-motivated person who doesn't need an experience like that to maintain such a habit with philosophy I have. Uh, and kudos to you, but I'm not so virtuous, I guess, well built. I'm a very mistake prone person. I mean, of course, you know, it's you're your worst critic. You don't expect people to make or like people don't outwardly show their mistakes as much just by virtue of them being mistakes. So you don't know if people are making the same mistakes or how often or whatever. But like I swear I make from what I've seen more mistakes than anybody ever, which I know is like a large claim, but it's insane. Like even if I tried to hide the things I mess up on and mistakes in art and engineering and learning and being a human, right? It still wouldn't pale in comparison to just like Joe Schmo, who even if they tried to cover it up, what would like come up? And I'm just say cover it up is like, oh yeah, you know, like this mistake happened. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to let it show in my work, whatever. I still feel like mistakes visible with censorship, mine are just so much more frequent. Would I say I've gotten good at failing? No. I still kind of suck at it. But journaling is, I feel like, one of those things where it kind of helps you get better at failing because you know it's reproducible, all that good stuff. Oh, that was almost such a great ellipse. I mean, treating art like a science, it is a science, in my opinion, right? Is it a very tough and unforgiving science with, in my opinion, not enough research behind it? Maybe a little bit. It's not that people aren't researching it. It's just like the other day I was trying to what was I trying to find out? It was how to draw something. I think it was just like hair and just like helpful information on drawing hair, particularly the science of it. And there's so little. There's so little science on drawing hair that I could find at like a cursory glance, right? Of course there's tons and tons of smaller like PDF slash like couple page long things on draw how to draw hair, right? Some of them are really great, some of them, you know, lack a bit of detail that I find important. But altogether, like I would really love to know the science behind hair and why, you know, how we get from individual strands to these clumps to how we take now these physical thing of strands and clumps of hair and how it grows to how do we render this with a proper amount of detail. Because you could draw every strand of hair, but we know from Drawbox that's not a good idea. But you could draw it in clumps, but then it feels like this mass on someone's head rather than clumps, right? Clumps of a smaller object. What language is this? This is cool. Ooh, okay. I'm going to guess. It's oh my god. There's a furry musician and animator on YouTube. I can't remember their name. They're so good. I love them, and I think they're Indonesian. So I'm gonna assume line, sausage, and cube. What's up, toast? And yes, correct. Line, sausage, and cube. Where this is about to be a line of ellipses, so you could say it's like a kebab or something. Ah, yikes. Always smearing ink, man. I'm never free of it. Wow, I was hovering like a ton right there and it went well. I've been really trying to practice on my penmanship as of recent. Not necessarily better lines, but like lifting my hand off the page a little bit more because I just find it to be valuable. Uh, and that was kind of cool. Yikes, that wasn't too good. How's your day going, Toast? Hope you enjoyed your 4 cheese. I can't remember the other stuff on the pizza. Were there olives mentioned? I could scroll up probably. 4 cheeses and one with mozzarella, pepperoni, ham, and olives. Posture check. My posture is surprisingly decent. And hydrate? You're doing all of these at once? We just started the stream. I've been doing all those. You're so greedy. You can't be doing that right as the stream starts. In such quick succession. It's been nice though. Give me something to spend it on. There's really nothing else I can. Right? I mean, just because you can spend things doesn't mean they should be, right? I mean, like, we used to have the wheel, but I'm not totally for that right now, just because I'm kind of in a weird space with art. I was thinking about bringing the wheel back, but I may just increase the prices of everything. But that means anyone who starts joining the stream and has like little Kavel coin will never get to that point. So it is kind of a losing battle. We've reached Kavel coin inflation. This sucks. I haven't tended to the economy well. Okay, so we are gonna do BRB. 2 minutes, you know the drill. We're gonna come back and we're gonna continue work on our orthos today. We have a couple of ellipses to make. And then we have our box, which can be a 2x3x1. I'm really not excited for that, but it's going to be what it is. Yep, so be right back. What's up, gamers? We're back. Oh, God. There we go. Cool. So, we are going to finish the orthos, like I said. We have a couple ellipses to draw. You know me and ellipses. Actually, I'm going to grab my French curves. And such. It's part of our toolkit. Oh, there we go. Just to make sure we, okay, so I've been looking on Amazon because I forgot. Okay, I'm not sure if I forgot or I never knew that the next thing up in Drawbox is the 25 wheel challenge. I didn't know that was mandatory. So we have to do that. And there's like, I want that to go as smoothly and as quickly as possible, right? And getting an ellipse guide is kind of the best thing for that, right? So I think, like, I've been looking for ellipse guides Oh, why are they so expensive? I may just get my friend to buy them a bunch of Lexan or something, and then just laser cut it, please. Like that. Why is it so damn expensive? Oh wow. Sorry, I just looked at the Finch thing today. You have an idea for something to spend money on? What is your idea? I'd love to hear it. As long as it's like something not too crazy. I feel like giving people on the internet free reign. A quick sketch. I'm half and half on that. We used to have something called the wheel, where every Friday we'd spin a wheel, and everything on the wheel is things that people selected. So you could spend however many Kavel coin, and you could be like, I want you to draw this character from this show. And I'd be like, or like this object or this thing. And then on Friday we'd spin the wheel, and if it gets selected, boom, we draw that. The problem with a quick sketch is that interrupts the flow of what we're doing. And so, okay, then we put it at the end of the stream. But at the end of the stream, I'm tired. And I don't want to, like, BS a quick sketch. So, and, like, sometimes, you know, people, we've had, you know, the wheel only had a few people submit. I'm worried about random people being like, draw Nezuko's feet from Demon Slayer. Like, it's just, like, some weird shit, right? So, but, like, we can moderate that. That's not bad. But, like, that is a fear of mine for sure. I do want to bring the wheel back. In my heart of heart, I do. It's just I'm very I'm very about my art right now. And getting that uncomfortable, despite it being good, concerns me. So, we'll think about it, though. I really do want to bring back the wheel. So, ellipses. We have 4 to draw. Yes, no, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because slice 3 is projected, so we don't have to worry about it too much. It's barely a slice at that point. And the top as well. Top is going to be arbitrary, so we do have 4 net. And actually what we're going to do on this, on the top, is we're going to project 4, specifically the 1/4 diameter one, the neck diameter, or the nozzle start diameter, onto the top, so we can have kind of a guesstimate of how small our ellipse on the top should be. Let's get, where did I put it? There it is. There's definitely a change, but not like a major one. And so it's like going from a 1/4 to like something less than a 1/4, but much bigger than an 1/8, right? So it's like, why would I, or like even 3/16, like why would I measure out 16ths when we could just guesstimate it, right? So yeah, the ellipse here on number 2, which we actually may be able to fit, and the ellipse, 2 ellipses here. Let's pray that the crappy ellipse guide that I got a while ago works. Actually, it's not even crappy, it's good. Oh, no, it's like right in between. We'll use it. Because, like, who cares, right? Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Actually, I want to do the larger one. No, I don't. That's, like, clearly outside of it. Okay, and then what about this one? Plus, I'm not at the point, back on the points thing, I'm not at the point in my drawing life where, like, a quick sketch is even slightly palatable for, I feel like, someone joining the stream. Like, they're, oh wow, Kavel, he like made this illustration and I kind of like that. I would like to see a sketch by him. And then like they do it and then we give a sketch and it's like, that's what I spent my hard-earned Kavel coin on. I'm never joining again, right? Not that anyone would ever be like that, but it's a possibility. And these are all just like the self-conscious thoughts I have when it comes to showing my art on the internet in the first place. However, it will get me used to being slightly uncomfortable with the things I make. And I think that was the greatest point of the wheel, is like I put a lot of effort. It forced me to put a lot of effort into things that I wasn't inherently confident in. And it made me go like kind of the true 50% route of drawing things I just may not be comfortable with. However, it is hard to consistently draw things that you aren't entirely passionate about. That was the hardest part about the wheel for me, right? And now I don't have either the passion or the comfortability. Like, I'm not comfortable enough in my own skin when it comes to drawing, where I'm like, yeah, I'll draw whatever. I'm still iffy, right? using an ellipse guide makes me so happy. It's so much nicer. We could have done this last stream. We really could have. Okay. Wow. That felt good, guys. That felt really good. Okay. We'll continue here. This is slice 2. Yep. So that's gonna be our neck, right? Yes. And this one had like the really weird in between one, right? Ooh. If I angle the pin so slightly, I could probably get it within the lines. Or we could just not do that. I think this is fine, as long as I just make sure I'm like really in there. It's gonna be a bit off, but that's okay. Yeah, it's a little bit off, but whatever. Cool. Oh god, me breathing knocked it down. I didn't even start the timer. I'm a chud. There we go. Cool. I mean, this is like trivial work compared to other stuff, so I'm not like, oh, the timer has to be strict and stuff. Whatever. Cool. And we can't forget that a lot of this can be forgotten, like, or like a lot of these lines can be skipped because we did it a little bit of the hard mode. I am proud of how simple these ratios are. We've kept it simple, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. We have 4 slices. One gets rather dense, right? And a lot of these are ellipses, which, yeah. It is mandatory, not mandatory for lesson 6, but mandatory for me, that we have plottable VPs. Our VPs are close enough to the page that where we can measure to it with the ruler. Because I hate doing guesswork, and a lot of this, quite literally, like, for lack of a better word, pivots on us having accurate VPs. So, precise or accurate? Accurate. There's a dove sitting on the building right next to me. Did not mean to press that, my bad. Okay, let's get back to it. Back to up. Okay, so now we need this arbitrary one, which is close to this one, which is the diameter 1/4 on the 2 side and 1/2 on the main side. So we can actually, which 1/2 is 1/4, and cool. Okay. And we can't really use diagonals the way I want to for it. So we're going to do this the kind of cheating way, but since it's a projected arbitrary one, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to measure how far it is from the center. And this is where we would like to be a little bit more accurate than usual. It's exactly 1/2 inch. Ooh. That's probably why our ellipse guide sheet helped us out there. Gamer, and this is top, yeah, okay. So we want to be exactly 1/2 inch out here. We're just going to do that in all directions. Double check that's exactly 1/2. Oh, sorry, my bad. Not 1/2 inch. Glad that we double checked. It is 5/8. Quick, Kavel, read a ruler under pressure. Once again, if younger Kavel, who is under the mentorship of a very pedant, respectfully, structural engineer who wanted me to make sure I could read rulers and do mental math quickly. I'm not the best at mental math, but at least I can navigate just a little bit. I used to be able to like gauge, like if you give me a degree, like something times sine to 90 degrees, or 90 is easy, I guess. But like, you know, like 35 degrees, I'd be able to estimate what the sine of 35 degrees and stuff would be. Can't do that anymore. I could barely remember like sine and cosine for 0,110 for, it's like sine 90, right? But that was freaking important for physics, man. I've never used trig more in physics. When we got to like Gaussian planes and stuff, Actually, there's more like Cal 3 stuff, but still. So actually, yeah, I probably used Trig most in Cal 2. Fuck Cal 2. Okay, not really. It was a good class. It's a hard class. That was my university's weed out class. I just realized I probably should have measured this differently. Oh wait, but we can still do that. I love New Jazz so much. It's probably my new passive pick. Okay, that should have been higher. I was tweaking. Wait, I'm not drawing a box there. Oh wait, I kind of am. Yeah, it'd be helpful if I started with a square here, because that's the best way to do the projection. Interesting. Yeah, because that's the only way you could project it correctly like this. So we have a couple options for doing that. Since this is 1 by 2, the easiest way would just be finding the fourths, which is just this. This adds 2 lines, but it's so much more helpful for projecting and how we're going to estimate, so might as well do it. I hope a lesson 6 person watches these streams one day. And I hope they're like, what the fuck is he doing? I know, what I actually hope is like, oh yeah, that's intuitive. I'm going to do that in my own art. And we're like, we both gained something from this, but I don't consider my ideas to be that, unique or groundbreaking. So yeah, now we didn't need to plot all of those. I got lost in the sauce. I wasn't focusing. Now we can go in here and select an arbitrary one, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. And we're going to grab my ellipse guide. Oink. Oh yeah, slice 1 we still have to deal with. That'll be interesting. Let's see. Oh, frick. Oh no. The small, I mean, we could use this as an ellipse. The smallest ellipse there is the 0.5. Oh. So we have to make our own. Do you have like a coin? Yeah, let me see if I have a coin. Here, wait. I wonder if this will work. You're right. Okay, that's way too small. The quarter may be it. The quarter may be it, guys. Hey, SB Sam, great to see you. It's been a minute. How's it moving? And so we're just we're working on orthos right now for a we're making one of these. We're drawing one of these. And apparently that involves a quarter, so more you know. Every time with something new happening in my life, that's a great thing. Stretch already? We may stretch in a second. However, it's only been like probably 20 minutes. Actually, so that's probably okay. So the quarter is about, yeah, it's about that square. Is it actually going to be this small relative to it? I don't think so, but Actually, let's use the slightly larger one. I wanted to do that little thwack. Okay. Probably should have measured this out a little bit more accurately. Oh, no, we did it correctly. I almost thought we did it wrong. I feel like I should have been more creative in all my other orthos using random objects around my room to make ellipses. But then again, most of my objects, like, they aren't that. Maybe, I just don't think I have that much variance in ellipses, you know? Okay, let's hope this works. This could go really poorly. Oh, frick. This isn't, how did I mess that up? Damn it, I don't have anything slightly long, or wait, I have an idea. Oh god, you're right, I'll be right back. Let's see if my travel hairspray is too big. Oh, it's actually like bigger than that one. Dang it. Shoot. I don't think I have anything else that elliptical. Dang it. Oh, wait. I'm pulling out all the ellipses for this one, guys. Oh, it's elliptical. Ah, this works. Holy crap, it was right in front of me the whole time. Let's go. Holy. This is huge. Oh, I have to like really look inside of it though. It's not going to be a perfect ellipse, but it's much better than the alternative. It's misshapen. Well, it works. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go put everything away. Oh, that bothers me so much. I should have done like halvesies or something. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go put everything away real quick. Lots of BRBs, I apologize. If you really like, oh wait, would this have worked? It would have. Oh my gosh, here, wait, give me a second. So, if I use the actual cap to the fragrance thing, it would have been good. But it's also, it's a bit round. Can I still fix it? This is me getting greedy. It's still bad, but at least we fixed it. So this would have been better. Dang it. Should have been more creative. What's the type of thing? It's like a measure of intelligence if you can use objects other than their intended purposes, right? I'm not saying I'm intelligent. In fact, I'm saying I'm less than not intelligent because I didn't think to use that. There we go. Cool. Okay. That's that done. Now we need to focus on slice 1. Which you vex me, slice 1. You really do. Because there's a lot going on with you, and I'm not totally sure. I was thinking about this in bed last night, how we should go about it. So, we know for a fact that an edge of slice 2 will happen. I wish this one was more nearby. We need to start with the curve. I see. Okay. Okay. So the curve is it's gonna touch right here. It's gonna have to make contact with the edges at the longer side of this, which if I remember correctly, I don't remember correctly. 1/4. So like here and here, it has to touch and be flat. Other than that, we're gonna have our curve. That we ideally would like to be symmetric. We'll see if that happens. This is a French curve moment. Sadly, though, I'm not sure how much French curves will help us, because French curves, I feel, don't help me as much in orthos as they do the actual construction, because like they aren't symmetrical inherently, right? So we'll see what we can do with it. French curves. Cool. I can't believe I bought these 3 years ago and they're coming in use now. It's still like a really cool thing to me. Okay, so let's make the points where it's going to remain solid. So we're going to find a 4th. Okay, so yeah, it starts at a 4th. I'm not sure about the order of operations by which we should create these, right? Because ideally, you know, I'll go from like the top to bottom, or just whatever, like adding complexity. I'm just a bit worried about if I should do this one first and then the others, because they're just simply ellipses. Yeah. And then we know that a 3rd goes for here, so we're going to do slowly but surely memorizing these geometric division things. Would it be smart to... Yeah, we will actually need to make a line here because I'm figuring that out. But I have a feeling. It's smart to make a line here because it's going to end up intersecting and we're going to be making contact with it. Yeah. Because the intersection between this line and the curve that we're about to draw, that point is the point that's going to sprawl from the bottom of this to up here at an arbitrary point. So, yes, we want to draw that. Shout out to like the Greek mathematician or like Arabic mathematician that figured this stuff out so I can draw an air freshener. Okay. Yeah, I would like, I mean, this is probably so old and ancient that we don't really know who made it, but I feel here, let's Google, what would you even Google for this? Like, who made orthographic stuff? Who invented orthographic projection? I guess I don't know. Gaspard Monge. Oh, that's more like projection and stuff, but that is still really cool. That's not totally what we're doing, or what I'm looking for, but that's cool. Julian models for descriptive geometry from the Smithsonian. Cool. Cool, cool. So now we need to figure out this curve, which is scary and horrible and all that stuff, but we'll figure it out. It initially will have like a tangential like whoosh and then go up and out, right? Um, and we can just flip our French curve, so it's not a huge issue. Like this would be so perfect if it was just not as sharp, but then we get that right. So I'm just gonna keep trying to find it. Maybe this. That's so close. Get me a laser cutter right now. So we want something with like very steep. That's too steep. Never mind, we don't want steep. We want like shallow. We want something very shallow. Ah, this is close. Oh. That's so close to being correct. I dropped one of my French curves. Darn. I think we have to get really lucky with the perfect curve, so now instead we have to find a way to like formulate a curve that satisfies us. Oh. No, that's not it at all. Because like right here you'd want the immediate like start to that, but we can't really get that because then the radius changes. So the ideal is we break it somewhere, and I kind of like the idea of breaking it at the diagonal. Or we freehand this and then figure it out. Which I'm also very... It is a rather sharp turn. To a degree where we could almost... I have an idea. What would this be? Would this be an eighth? Be a little bit more than an eighth. Or less than an eighth. It's like 3/16 is where I want. Let's focus up. This is going to be a big one. I have an idea though. I feel like the curve is much larger than that. 3/16. Hey, what's up, Kiora? Hope you're doing well. I already messed up this line, but we're gonna just commit and act like it doesn't exist. Ah, there we go. It's not the best. Ugh. It's better. I think we're gonna commit to it. Can only do it so many times. It's just not as curve-y as I'd hope it would be, but we'll deal. Soon done? Soon done with what? Or with this? Yes. If you're talking about this. Automate hates that word. Texturing up my sausage? Well, I think it may be validated just a tiny bit. But heck yeah, oh, that's awesome. Who up texturing they sausage right now? That is big news. Is this the last one? I'll be checking automod as we go along. I really wish a streamer bot had automod support, and that may be an open source contribution that Kavel makes in the future. Who knows? Okay, I have an idea. I don't like it, but we're gonna do it like this. One more organic form left. 3 sections total. Heck yeah. What textures are we doing for that? And now that we're nearing the end, even though this would be a better question to ask you once we're at the end, what has been your favorite texture so far? And then favorite could be like you got the best result. It could be that you had the most fun doing. Potato then fries. Ooh. Like to draw or the result. Either or. Because my favorite to draw, I'd have to look at them. The number one, my favorite, that was the moon. My favorite to draw was corn, and my favorite looking one was the moon. Those are my two favorite. Probably ice cream cone. Oh wait, ice cream cone. Fuck. That is really good. Shoot. Ice cream cone was my favorite to do, and the moon was my favorite looking one. Corn is up there though. Corn really is up there, but the I loved how uniform, because like corn, there's still a little bit of like rotundness to those forms, but the ice cream cone is just Fusilli? I don't know what that is. Let me Google. Oh, pasta. Oh wait, okay, okay, my bad. Yeah. Interesting. I haven't seen. Have you been posting? I haven't been lurking in lesson 2. I've been lurking in lesson 4, waiting for TS block stuff. And what's your least favorite? My least favorite were, ironically, I did just like stone slabs. That did not go well. Anything stone, I only got okay at stones later in it, but even then it was really rough looking. Chainmail was hell and it looks terrible. I can imagine how bad that one, how fast it goes bad with that one, yeah. I can imagine like how I can easily like add too much black value with that one very quickly. And it's such a tempting texture to do as well, right? Because that's like one you could draw and stuff. So everybody's staring at the PNG for 40 minutes straight, not even exaggerating. That's how I was when I did my alligator scales. Alligator scales legit took me forever to do. That one was so... I like that one. I did that for the texture analysis. Hell, lesson 2 is up on this channel, I forgot, so we could verify, like, the ones that were worse for me. Speaking of taking 40 minutes, what the hell? This is pissing me off. We may have to do this just by hand. Oh, I'm shaking so much. Why? Stop. Anyways, we both got work to do, so I'm gonna stop chatting. Have you ever had, I mean, I'm asking you things, you don't have to respond. Go do your work, right? Can you relate to the experience of, like, you're joshing around with a friend that you usually do in class, and then they're like, hey, like, stop. And, like, focused up, and, like, since when are you like that? Like, I respect it, right? I'm a studious fellow myself, but, like, dude. And I can also relate to being the friend who's like, hey, stop. Like, the teacher's looking at us, like, shut up. And the other friend just keeps going. I could also relate to that one well. I don't like it, but we're gonna do it. Hydrate. I feel like Toast hasn't been watching because I've been drinking a lot of water. Just saying. I might as well do the same. There you go. I hope you mean hydrate. Maybe you mean focus. Who knows? Not in class, but have experienced similar, yeah. Or like, we all have a friend who speaks way too loud in public. And like, let's calm down. People are looking. Or just talk at the wrong times. I know I sound like a talkative and bubbly person, possibly. I'm not sure if you'd get that through this stream or just knowing me. I'm actually not. I'm relatively quieter in some instances. Some. I wouldn't consider myself an extrovert by any means. But there's no but. That's it. Okay, mirroring this is going to be rough. I really wish I chose a French curve to aid me in this battle, but I didn't. But we can kind of cheat now. See how close this is? That means we know it's going to pass through here-ish. I'm not going to even mirror it because it's so close I can just guesstimate it. How much water do you drink every day, Kavel? So I drink, let's see. This is water with supplement, fiber supplement in it. It's Metamucil, right? So I drink 3 of these a day. There's 3 cups of water there. And then I drink like 1 or 1.5 of these at gym. And then throughout the day, I have 1 of these before bed. I probably have another. So I probably drink like 3 or 4 of these. Maybe even 5 of these. This and that. And then I drink tea. Oh my god, I just put ink on my mouth. Dang it. I drink tea and oat milk or almond milk. No, almond milk throughout the day. So I'd consider myself a relatively hydrated fellow. How much water is in here? This is 20 ounce, so that's 100 ounces. If I drink 5 of those, which I'd say let's round down. Let's do 80, and then I'm not sure how many ounces this is. Yo, Riptide, what's up? Great to see you. I just got ink on my face. Don't look. Guys, okay, we have new people in here. We got QR's opinion. What do we feel about this camera angle? I'm still thinking about it. It's like much more involved. It's much more dynamic. I feel like I'm actually hosting something, right? So this, the wide lens, or the 65 degrees smaller lens? What do we think? The ceiling is up. I was about to hit the table. I realized that's going to like ruin everything. Like I should not do that. I swear, I'm the most calm streamer there is. Is that really that? Bleh, I don't like it. Hi, Riptide_56 on Twitch. Actually, Riptide was kind enough to make a migration to YouTube just to scold Cat. I think you were there for that though. Oh my god, my ink cut in the middle of this. I'm a chud. I always need to put this like the other way around so it doesn't bend away from me. Ugh. I need like something stickier than this sticky note for as my like little scratch pad. Okay, that went better, which I'm happy with. We have a game lineup today. In fact, a new game that we didn't play yesterday. I'm excited for. There we go. Riptide YouTube cameo. With the crying, laughing emoji. Iconic. Oh, also, so whenever I drive back to my hometown, there's a school I pass by. This sounds crazy out of context, sorry. And they have a mascot. And I'm not going to say what the mascot is because I realized if you I was going to send it in the Discord, but if you reverse image search it, you just get the school. So like, I don't want to involve any of that. It is just like a really buff furry. And you're like, okay, well, you know, like mascots, they're like sometimes just like buff, you know, animal. It's like, no, it is like, oh, and Toast on YouTube as well. It is like questionable, like it's like a Tran Fiddler drawing. Now, like not to the same fidelity. I want to try to like find here. I'm just gonna look up buff furry, I guess. Why was I gonna be? I regret looking that up. I was like, yeah, let me put this on stream. That was a terrible idea. That was an actually bad idea. Bro. Oh, let me get the double here, wait. Oh, that would have been such a bad idea if I decided to share that with the stream. Oh. Yeah, how's this look? Gamer. We'll move it over a little bit. Oh my god. Just so you can see Baby Crow. Jeez. But yeah, it's like weirdly buff. And I've always thought about it. Posture check, we could do that. In fact, I retained my decent posture. Gonna be lurking. Heck yeah, thank you per usual for lurking. Joining us and moderating the stream. Ugh, that wasn't the best, but whatever. But yeah, every time I see the buff furry school, I think about taking a picture of the mascot and sending it in Discord, but I know it's just so, like, that's not a good idea. Guess I gotta draw something equivalent to, like, capture the vibe of it. Like, they even do something that, like, I picked up from Trend, but, like, everyone does this who draws, like, more muscular men, right? Is, like, the area under the ribs, you do, like, this plane change, And they do that. Meanwhile, like I feel like a normal school will just do like, oh, abs or whatever, right? It's I want to know the person who made it. That's the best way to put it. And it's custom. No other school has that logo. How do I want to go about this? I don't feel confident in mine. Holy. I'm gonna have like a shorter lifespan because of this. Like all of this, like thinking about a line, executing it, ghosting, like it just like I can literally feel like something happening in my heart. And I'm going to die an early death because of it. Thanks, uncomfortable. Anyways. That's gonna be such a difficult line to make. Hopefully our French curves can help us out when we actually do it, but that's gonna be a challenge. There we go. Okay, that's all of our orthos. Holy buddy. Now we have to make our box, which is intimidating. Trying to decide on what we do. Because we're gonna do box now. It's gonna be a 2x3x1 box. Let's take a small break. Do we want to make this the gaming break and then just like stream more after? Ah, break. Let's just do a normal break for now, like a 2-minute, and then if we want to game, we game. So be right back. I just looked in the gonna get something to eat already. Let us know what you get. We always like learning about food here, and then it makes Kavel hungry, and then we have to eat and stream early. I was just snooping in the lesson 2 chat, and someone said they're gonna do 7 pages. I guess I really hope they're making the Resident Evil like 7 minutes reference instead of like they actually intend to do 7 pages of dissections. Yo, what's up, Bear? Because like, why? Why would you do 7 pages of dissections? Also, here, wait. I'm just gonna put this raw on stream. This is something that pisses me off, and it's not just Bear Mug typing in chat. All right. Seven pages of dissections is something you do to someone you hate. So YouTube keeps doing this. Your PMO. It keeps auto-translating. So Bear put, what is it, yo, and it turned into this. And I have to click on the little translate icon to see what she said. And it's so annoying, man. Oh no. Why, YouTube? Can I turn this off? I'm gonna Google if I could turn this off real quick. It makes me so mad. YouTube live turn off auto translate. Like, I love people typing in other languages, but how about you just let me do that and just translate it myself? Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is a YouTube video. I apologize. Let me mute tab. It's a tutorial on someone's like freaking Android. They have 29 concurrent viewers. We could never. Oh my god, you have to go into the live settings, or what do we do? Customization. You didn't do anything. Oh, live chat translation under stream customization. This is Chud. Live chat translation. Get out of here. What is summary? New viewers joining a live stream may see an AI generated summary of the chat. That's on? My guys, I'm so sorry. Has that affected you guys at all? Leaderboard. Oh, I could turn the leaderboard off. That's so stupid. Let's get rid of it. All of it's gone. Nuked. Immolated even. Horrible. Okay, once again, Bear, I hope you're doing well. Such a thing, but my YouTube is modded. Ah, I gotcha. I have an extension on my phone just to turn off YouTube Shorts. It's pervasive. It's like, it's why I had to uninstall Instagram is for a while. Two things. One, for a while, I would just like always somehow end up on Reels. But two, I kept like liking art and it kept sending me down a furry rabbit hole. Not like that. But yeah, it kept, sorry, I can't get over that. It kept like recommending me more and more furry content, and I was like trying to avoid, like, I like the stray furry art here and there. I mean, you know, Trent Fiddler. I had to say that name twice this stream. But like then it would be giving me like fursuiters and stuff. I'm like, hey, respectfully, I don't really care. But this is all my feed now, right? And like what my Instagram would turn into is I'd be like scrolling through Reels. It's like cooking tutorial, workout tutorial, cooking tutorial, person getting run over by a car, fursuit. And I'm like, bro, unhooked on Firefox removes shorts and recommendations. A lot of other things. Ooh. Actually, I'm not sure how much I use recommendations, because like, when it comes to recommendations, doesn't mean like, oh, I'm subscribed to Feinberg, so I see Feinberg's new video, because like, yeah, that's what I want. But yeah, I don't know. I'm no pro. Anyways, let's head back over here. My timer's still probably going. Get out of here. We'll break once we finish box. I think that's a good one. Ooh, let me get paper real quick. Ow, okay, first of all, I didn't realize I was muted. Second of all, I almost fell. There's only the sidebar search and currently playing video on your screen. Okay, I kinda mess with that. I almost fell. That's why I'm sitting like this. Two, I already got paper. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's get it. Fuck. Do we get a new pin? I think we get a new pin. Thoughts? You pin. So I'm getting up again. Oh my god. I have to like shimmy throughout my setup because it's chaotic. I'm leaving the camera on so you can see me grab this. Oh god. I'm almost out of pins. I only have 3 left. And I use like a pin every 1.5 constructions. Can you hear me? I don't know, probably. Probably not. Fall now. Dude, what the fuck? That's fucked up. Clip farming. Oh my god. Never mind, this pin doesn't work. There we go. Okay, cool. We're going over here. We want to make a 3x2x1 box. Fuck. Guys, he's swearing so much. I miss the old Kavel. I'm gonna take a sip of water too. I try my hardest. I know I should get like one of the, what is it called? The little whiskers? Like the thing that whisks, not like the thing that animals have. It goes like instead of the cup and mixes whatever. Because like whenever I have my like Metamucil fiber drink, it all just like, no matter how much I stir it, it congeals to the bottom. And then I have like a slushy, which like I used to find the texture was really gross, but now I don't really care because I've drinking it so much. But you should totally get little whiskers. I've brought up furries multiple times this stream. My status was about furries, but I think it was a pretty lame joke about furries. And I'm drawing something with Bill right now, guys. We're in the dark ages. We're in a dark time for Kavel and the furry allegations. I have been drawing humans more. Ryukokoi has inspired me to start drawing humans more, and I have been pursuing that. But I'm starting to treat like furries and animal characters as just like a fallback. The pride is being too prideful. Gay furry art streamer Kavel draws. Okay. What is this? There we go. My formula for making a box. Let's see. I want it to be of this orientation. Shout out. Man, this isn't really gonna afford. I don't know. How I want to do it. Okay, and we want to make the box big. Remember, our longest axis will be at height, which is 3, and then we're gonna go 2 this way and 1 this way. Cool. We don't have to deal with a square, which is both good and bad because that means we don't have to construct it, which means we don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, and let's do some game theory before we do this. Our longest edge is going to be 3, right? 3 units. So we can multiply that by 5 and it becomes 15 inches, whatever we want, right? Do we want that to have the closest VP? No. Because if that VP is close and we want all of the others to be somewhat equally foreshortened, because the only way, if this is like a unit of 3 and that's a unit of 2, and we draw it on the page like that, which makes it easier for us, that means all the VPs have to be similar. If we don't, if we have like 2 close VPs and 1 very far away, that undermines us having similar ratios physically on the page and makes it so it's no longer the 2x1x3 as we've drawn it. So we want relatively similar VPs. So actually, ideally, no. We don't want the longest one to have a super close VP because that means all the others will have to have even more close VPs. Because if it's all, I know I sound like psychotic and no one's like really cares. That's fine. I'm just talking through it, right? If the ratio of the longest edge has a close VP, that means the ratio over here makes the VP super close, which means it's highly foreshortened and even distorting. We don't want to do that. So my ideal and how I go about this is I choose the second longest length and take my ruler's like entire length or as much as I can to get like a somewhat far away VP. And since this is 2-to-1, the ratio shouldn't be that bad. But that is a factor. I've received a text message. This is important. My roommate just invited me to tacos. So we're ending stream now, kidding. Also, a nice lady there is streaming Sapphic Art Time. Do we need to do, what was it called? Achillean Art Time? Dude, watching the video that TS Block sent, I may even recommend it here because it's a great video, and the fact that it only has like 4,000 views is kind of criminal. About Stonewall, which I relate very much to the creator of that video. I know very little about it, which is kind of bad. I'm ignorant. Bill drawing on stream. That's how I get banned. What was I gonna say? Shoot, that like stunned me. That would be very Achillean though, especially the one I'm doing. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, we need to calm down. I was gonna make a point about that. Oh yeah, just like Achillean, I didn't know, and so like Stonewall, I also didn't know. I need to learn more about history. This history, right? It's important. God, that was such a good. I was almost crying. Like that was such a good video. I recommend it to everybody. Okay. So 3 inches. That's a lot. And I would rather it be more to the right because we have the 2 units over here. So something like this. Also, I know drawbox, no redos. That's how it works. When it comes to the box is so important to me, I may do redos. And we all have to accept that Kavel is an evil, terrible individual who does redos to undermine his process of learning art. Yes. In IRL footage, yes. And the fact that their IRL footage was also just really great, right? Back in the server again. Same. I've been slowly drawing more. So I think the Minecraft server will just serve as like an eternal, I'm kind of burned out or like suffering in something with drawing and I need an escape. So we're gonna like chill out here, right? Because Minecraft still has artistic expression and like the ability to create, but you can also just mine out a chunk. And that's productive in the sense of Minecraft, right? Like you're getting resources and things like that. You could go cave exploring, which is like the most brain off thing for me. Because I just kind of barrel through the caverns until I find a glint of blue. Is it I don't know how to think about this. I would like everybody's opinion, whoever is willing to share. Is it disingenuous to only be interested in learning about Stonewall because I saw a video about it? Then again, the creator of that video is clearly trying to get people interested and knowledgeable in the subject. But I don't know, it feels like I'm fake. I don't like that. Oof. May need to make that smaller. I mean, I'm not going to not learn about it at this point, right? But because I think because of the video, it's an important thing to learn about. But yeah, that's definitely 2. Let's see if we can fit 3. 1, 2, 3. We should be good. Doing a higher, smaller degree on top. We would actually want a smaller degree on top because we're going to be foreshortening horizontally, which means we're more and we may have a closer VP, which means we're more prone to distortion. But I do like having a higher degree on top because that means all of our other planes have higher degrees, which makes it easier and less dense to draw. So say with what you will. That is my take on the subject. Maybe one day I'll condense all of this down to a pretty little video. That's 2.5, so 7.5. It's not gonna fit. It is. Yeah. My ad hoc measuring skills are better than I thought. My personal take on lesson 6 is if you're not, no, my personal take on all of Drawbox, sorry for yelling, that was aggressive. If you're not drawing everything as large as possible, throughout all of Drawbox. What are you doing? Draw it big. But Kavel, I'm scared of detail. That's the point. I'm scared of detail too. I'm so scared of it. I hate it. But we're going to get through it. Also, holy crap. I forgot about this song and the sample. Oof. Welcome back, Toast. I don't think so. I feel like it's a pretty good way to start learning about history, especially with queer history. Exactly. Exactly, and since I agree, I don't know, it feels disingenuous for some odd reason in my heart, though, but I do like your take. And I will follow it because it makes me feel better. I like the part is like gay men owe it to lesbians too. I'm like, holy crap, yeah, shout out lesbians. I never knew that. There's so many things I could say I agreed with the video, like the, gay history is ignored in school, which, yeah, makes sense. Not makes sense as like that's the right thing, but makes sense because like I never learned about it. Ah, I just realized. Another issue with high degree. Fuck. It's not gonna fit on the page. Oh. Damn. So we need to shrink it down a tiny bit. I'm gonna do some measurementalizing and see if I can make things work. We either decrease the degree, which we probably will a little bit, but I also want to try this. Let's say we did 2 inches. Oh. Maybe it's gay. I think it's gay. Because, like, gay's an insult, I guess. I mean, people have used it as an insult. Say gay men, maybe. What the hell did you get auto-modded for? I'm so confused. Guys, we could turn this to a scandal so easily. YouTube hates gay men, suffer. Automod was just moody. Yeah, my bad, Automod. Guys, we need to anthropomorphize Automod. I would love that so much. Like, what kind of person is Automod? Should we put it in the context of, like, Automod was hungry, so it ate your message? Is that how we need to phrase it? Okay, I'm starting to see this come together. We need to lower it. I'm such a chud. Frick, I can't say that word anymore. Automod really needs an anime girl mascot. Like FL Studio and Wikipedia. Wasn't there, this may be too niche. Wasn't there like Earth-chan or something? And like it got bad fast on like 4chan? Earth-chan. I didn't know FL Studio has a FL Studio anime. I will, there we go, okay. Girl mascot. Oh wait, I've seen this character before. No, I haven't. Who is this? Who are you? And a mascot for the Pope? It's kind of like the Linux furry mascot. Those who know. I think the FL Studio mascot is very creatively designed. Let's see, Wikipedia. If the Wikipedia mascot isn't wearing glasses, I'm sorry, but like you missed out. The Wikipedia mascot needs like, I like the puzzle hairpins, but like the fact that you don't have glasses as the Wikipedia, come on. I don't know, it feels like just such a expected. Yeah, FL Chan I really like. keeps the carrot aesthetic with the. I think it's just creative. I like it a lot. Automod, I guess like is that gonna be our prompt? We all hold not a competition, but we all like draw Automod mascots and like we all pick which one should be. Oh my god, that would be so cool if I like. Okay, not totally, but I had like a little VTuber at the bottom of the screen, and it pops up whenever it automods something, and it's like censored, and I get to see if we show it to the stream or not. That would be like bad because people just try to proc automod as much as possible, but for FL Stu, that's FL Chan dancing. Okay, I like that a lot. That's really cool. Okay, so we need to go smaller, lower degree, all that good stuff. Let's do it. I'm cold. I'm gonna get my hoodie on real quick, or my sweatshirt. Auto-chan is pretty, that's a pretty good name for it too. I feel like, okay, this is, I don't want to project this onto Bear. Bear is quite excellent at drawing. I'm not sure if I'd call it the anime style, but I feel like Bear has gone silent because she's pursuing a sketch of this. I know that's like a bad thing to project onto someone, so I'm not saying Bear is doing that, but I'd like to imagine like Bear, before we even had this conversation, was like, I'm doing this. Is she? Probably not. But I think that'd be a fun thing for all of us to draw. It would get me out of my comfort zone a little bit, which is good. Okay. We want to do smaller degree. Just be a bit more mindful of that. Nah, I'm not. Huge. Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to project that onto you, but I know you do have a, or at least in my opinion, you're very good at drawing stuff like that. I think it's because I'm thinking of your Miku drawings. Why is it so cold? Because I've decided to siphon all energy off of the planet Earth and use it to power the stream. Is this 2 inches? 1 inch, 2 inches. That's close enough. It's actually kind of ridiculously cold where I am. So, also like I have multiple other hoodies, but it's like local brands, and so I'm not sponsoring these people. Do I put like a sticky note right here? Guys, Gravel merch. Where'd I put my brush pen? You chud. Oh my god. I put it in my bag. Fuck. I need my brush pen for this. Give me a second. You chud. Here we go. I had a brush pen over there, whatever. Kavel branded sweatshirt. Holy crap. That would go so hard. Now, actually, if I was ever to make like a branded T-shirt or anything, it'd be Gravel like peeking out of the pocket, and that's it. Right? I'm not a huge fan of like giant graphic designs. I like more minimalist stuff. And so yeah, it would either be like Gravel in the pocket or like something on the back and then like a tiny thing on the front. It would not say Kavel on it because I feel like no one's gonna see a shirt and be like, "Whoa, let me go subscribe to this person on https / or / youtube.com / Kavel_draws." Or it's like, I think my channel code's different. Who knows? Okay, we could actually move this to the side, I think. A little bit down. Is chud really a bad word, or are you just being careful? I don't know at this point. It's because like a terrible person with that moniker did a very terrible thing. And so I'm just very uncertain where we're all at with that word now. because it's so funny. I love what it implies or had implied, but yeah, I don't keep up with the internets. That's valid. I think I may keep using it, but with reverence, I guess. I don't know. I know, right? Like, why? I was literally thinking that as I was walking over there. Why would I give him this power? That's gonna work. I mean, then it would be like, really problematic that you made that one drawing of gravel with the word chud on it. Like that would you'd be it'd be over for you, right? Entire career gone. Why am I so dehydrated, dude? Like I keep drinking water and like chud for life. I'm a bit scared of using that one actually because that may actually show a support for the individual in prison. Sent to twitter.com for his crimes. Let's see, 7.5. Is that doable? What? How is it? I'm so confused. Oh, I see. One part of the whatever it's called, Stonewall video that made me laugh is he was like, "I apologize, everyone, but I used tr- trig." I'm not saying the full word because I was gonna stumble over my word, and I don't want to embarrass myself like that. He's like, "I used trig." Like, dude, it's fine. We forgive you. Okay, this isn't as big as I want it, but I think it'll suffice. That part was cool, honestly. Part of me was like, the part of me that really likes nerding out about math and making stuff, I was like, holy crap, I'll make a calculator for that. But that probably already exists. Not saying that he didn't look, but it's like probably like a niche GitHub page somewhere where it's like block tangent calculator for Minecraft. My favorite part where is he modified the data pack to put in the flags for Minecraft. That entire video is well executed. I'm gonna keep glazing that video. My apologies, but it's great. Had a profound effect on me. Now I can buy the book and like have it behind me on stream and act like I'm a learned fellow, which I'm not. I saw a video recently. I didn't click on it because I didn't care. It's like, is listening to audiobooks reading? And I don't know. I do really favor audiobooks because I don't have the patience to sit down and carve out that time of my day to read something. I'd rather like be at the store and have an audiobook. But that's really only for things that like I don't want to get emotionally invested in. Like self-help, philosophy, whatever, right? Like articles. There's a period where it's not reading. There's a period where every week my poli sci teacher would give us a article or like PBS or whatever documentary thing to listen to or read. And so I got very used to doing that. But like when it comes to like manga's a bit different because kind of should be like it's a different paradigm. But like things that I want to be more emotionally invested in, I read itself, right? You hate philosophy? What do you hate philosophy? They have sharp words for people who don't like philosophy. The unexamined life is not one worth living, they say. 15.25, huh? Methinks. I can definitely understand disliking philosophy because it hurts your brain like a lot. This sounds reductive, but isn't philosophy just thinking and categorizing thoughts and stuff? I would put it to more than that, right? Well, I mean, yeah, effectively at the end of the day, but it is probably a little bit reductive to say that. I agree with you, but well, that's kind of thing is like the definition is so wide where like anything is a philosophy, right? But what I engage with is like uh, social media and the virtues, right? I can't remember like half the names because it was a bit ago when I started reading these things, but like I hate using this word because it sounds trippy, but like modern cancel culture and how it affects people, right? How it affects our day-to-day social interactions which is like a sprinkled in psychology with a lot of philosophy, and like virtue in the internet and things like that, things that you read up upon other people's things, their thoughts, and I read and I make an effort to go and read those instead of like pontificating on my own because I wouldn't consider myself the very wise individual, but also, nothing good happens in a vacuum, and we should go out of our way to see the thoughts of others, especially people who like this is their profession, right? Philosophers are chuds? No. In fact, I'd say like some of the most important and pivotal people in my life, in context of like professors or learned people who have affected my life, like of the probably 5 or 6 professors that legitimately like changed my life, 2 of them were philosophers, right? Because they really challenged me to be not be a different person, but explore things completely different to me. I still frequently think about like one time I go to office hours a ton for my philosophy classes just to talk to the professor, because I'm a suck up, I guess, I don't know. And one time I was like, I made not an offhand as in like rude, but like an off comment about an ideology. And he was like, why is that? And he was like, that isn't necessarily true. And like, I kind of gauged him as a person who would agree with my take, but instead he pushed back and forced me to consider the alternative just for the sake of it. Which I was like, holy crap, like I could have held this bias, this belief, and he could have supported it easily, but he wanted me to think about the alternative, which is a great exercise. Except the ones that helped math evolve, because many mathematicians were philosophers. Bro, people like were just kind of doing everything under the sun back then. I think, modern philosophy is extremely important, especially nowadays, right? Not sure how I want to go about this. I think I'll do it like this. But yeah, I have a huge respect for philosophers and people willing to go day by day challenge making those hard questions, even when it's, laborsome and difficult. This isn't to say I don't go day by day thinking about those kind of things or like where my life is going or how I'm doing things, but they're doing this deeper thought. That's highly foreshortened. We have to make some. Oxford says the study of nature and meaning of the universe and human life, but that probably doesn't include everything. Well, you mean, are you critiquing my definition of everything, or just like everything that it concerns itself with? Because my definition, yeah, of course, if I said the word everything, I did not intend it in its entirety, right? But I think you're probably referring to that. Because isn't the etymology for philosophy philo or philo, which is or like phile, which is love, and sophist or like sophos or whatever, which is wisdom. So the love of wisdom. Critiquing Oxford's more so. Gotcha. So to me, following like the etymology of the word, is it sophos or Etymology. Philo meaning to love, and Sophia. Sophia, not Sophia, Sopho or whatever I said. Sophio. This is stupid. This is concerning, guys. Oh, I'm a chud. Never mind. I'll never forget the day you that and I'm pretty sure that etymology is correct. Yeah. I mean, we can trust that the etymology of the word philosophy has been thoroughly debated just by virtue of what it is, right? There's probably been many arguments by both historians and philosophers alike as to the word. One idea that one professor gave me that I know pisses off a lot of people is words or approximations of ideas, right? And many can use that as an excuse to not use proper vocabulary or to establish their definitions in an argument. But I still do subscribe to words or approximations of ideas as a person who misspeaks or just like, oh, I use this word this way and I intended it for this definition to be this, right? But that could easily sound like backtracking. Anyways, let's set this up real quick. I agree. I think I'm. How have I never done this technique before? This makes a lot of sense. I'm not as much as a. Oh wait, that was actually accurate. That was a good guess. What the hell? That's crazy coincidence. I wouldn't call myself the biggest philosophy head ever, but I do definitely appreciate it. Like when I was super into learning about Tao, um, that was definitely composed of just a lot of like, how should I think about life? So I don't know how the ratios would work here, but wouldn't it be like the VP is half of that, so 7.5? No. Yeah, maybe. It's possible. Oh, I'm absolutely not a philosophy head, to be clear. As you can see, I don't even know the definition. I mean, I didn't know the definition either, right? And I wouldn't call myself a philosophy head, but at the same time, I've dabbled in it. If it was 7.5, it would be like this, which is also absurd. Posture check. There we go. My back is actually hurting a little bit. I don't know why though. Maybe I just need to sit deeper in the chair. My little stool. I'm not sure if this is too shallow or not. And that bothers me a bit. I guess didn't have to deal with this issue in the past because I was doing a square, and this is not square. It's 1x2. Other perspective methods to do this like exactly, or as precisely as we can. Yeah, but we're not doing that here because my paper isn't like 3 miles long, or like I haven't used a compass, and we're not going to be using that for other stuff. So it's a game of intuition right now. Does that feel like 1x2? Not really. Let's see. Let's play the. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, I'm fighting that off so bad. Kavel sneezed to death. The end. Holy moly. Whew. Okay, back to it. Yeah, that feels like 1x3 ish. So we have to play the game. I don't like this game too much, but I'll get better at it as time goes on. Where did I put my pin? Baby Crow keeps taking my pin, man. Okay, so we can't change this VP. That's locked in. We can only change this one. Since we want this to feel longer, we need to move this VP closer. Where would it be better? I think like right here-ish. That'd feel more 1x2. So now we measure. Originally it was at 11. We'll go to 7.5, my initial guess, which I don't think is going to be right. Okay, 7.5 is correct. How did I manage that? Technically it's 7.0625 plus point, so 05625? Is that correct? 75625? Mayhaps. Oh, everybody, I am almost finished with Dungeon Meshi. I'm on chapter 94, 95. It impresses me so much how thoroughly Ryokokoi has developed the world and the characters and their relationships. They feel like real people who have real decisions and affect each other. And I feel like that's really personified through the character Kabru. It almost makes me feel I need to reread Mob Psycho. I've only watched the anime, but Mob Psycho kind of gives me the same vibe of a person who developed. It's almost like you get lost in its simplicity. Okay, this feels good. So I'm gonna trust it. Don't necessarily feel the best about it, but there's so many impressive callbacks in that manga to like other things discussed in previous chapters or foreshadowed, right? And it's not greedy with its foreshadowing, or not greedy, but like it doesn't be like, oh, look what we foreshadowed. But it's definitely easy and even fun to look for previous things. I did this on accident the other day. I realized like in the past couple chapters I haven't actually been like reading and looking at. So rereading a couple chapters back, I was like, holy crap, wait, that makes so much sense why they said that now. Like Ryuko does a great job of what is it called when you like set up something and then capitalize on it later? Just like establishing good expectation. Like no. I can't remember, but and why am I so dehydrated? This is absurd. I'm gonna actually mix the I can tell that the fiber solution has turned into like a viscous substance that I don't necessarily want to drink. Yippee. Okay. Let's see. So here comes the very hard game. Goop. We love Goop. Get on it, guys. Get on. Don't like do name brand Metamucil because that's like 10 times more expensive. But increasing your fiber intake, you just feel better. Life is easier, man. So this was 7.5, technically 7 and a 16th, but whatever, or 7 9/16. But we're not going that deep. So 7.5 times 3 is 21 plus 1.5, right? Yeah. So 22.5 inches. That's far away. We realistically cannot measure that to that easily. So what we'll do instead is we'll guesstimate. This ruler itself is 18 inches, which means we're missing 4.25. So that's about this big. We want to meet at that line. That's a lot more foreshortened than I thought it would be. Oh no, that'd be from here. Should be like this-ish. I actually messed up when I was buying the fiber thing. I accidentally bought the flavorless kind, and honestly, the flavor did do a lot. It was like an orange flavor. I kind of skipped out on that, and that was a mistake. Yeah, I'm gonna use like my chest as a pivot. That kind of worked. So we're gonna assume this is good. Then we need to go from here to here. This is 15. Let me write these down. There we go. Oh, this is looking a lot more foreshortened than I thought it would be. Let's commit. Ooh, this is super foreshortened. Uh-oh. That does feel 2 by 3 for sure. So I think our math was right. I don't understand how the math works for that. I may do that after stream. Um, but it's very foreshortened. I feel like I could have. Yeah. You've maxed out on rewards. That's why they're there. 2 by 3 referring to some ratio figuring out foreshortening. Yeah, so the faces of the object, right? This face is 2 by 3. This is 1 by 3. This is 2 by 1 by virtue of all that, right? So I'm trying to force this box to be like that by measuring and guesstimating its VPs while still trying to make the VPs manageable. So like I can still like be like, okay, if I go here, I know where the VP is, right? By pivoting off my finger. So I can remain accurate when I make certain lines. So I'm balancing like the actual ratios of the box that we're constructing, trying to keep the VPs within manageable distance from the center, and making sure that nothing's too foreshortened. But I think since I made this VP too close, which I based everything off of, all the others are too close. Comparing distances, I thought it was some to find out how much to foreshorten. So yeah, how much you foreshorten is relative. I can send you a video if you want. It's by Drawsh, I think, yeah, Studios, where they calculate the focal point and how foreshortened things are based on the field of view. Yo, what's up, Jolly? Great to see you. How's it moving? And we're kind of the math that I want to double check is related to that, but it's a little bit more gross than I think I'm capable of solving. So, yeah. How's my day? My days are going okay. Very typical day. Wish I was a little bit more productive in some ways, but I'm also very happy with some other things that I did. How are you doing? Let's go for now. I feel like you would be surprised with how much you know already about it, but yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to. But if you are interested, because it's literally like a couple of videos of watching it and you understand the concept, and then you practice it a couple times, then you understand how to do it. I feel like it's a very good thing to have as background knowledge for box oriented stuff, even though you're getting to lesson 3, which that isn't um too involved there. Yeah. In my opinion, Drosh has the best videos on perspective that are free. Maybe Marshall Vandriff has like really good. Use my chest to pivot here. Really good videos as well, but their explanation has a lot of great visuals and concise explanations. If you like Professor Dave Explains, um you'll love Drosh. It's what I used. I made. Let's see if I still have the GIF. I probably have it somewhere. Um, what would that be under? Projects. MISC? Nope. Drawbox? 250 cylinder challenge, maybe? Nope. I'd be so upset if I lost this. Here, wait. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm being nosy now. Come on, Cav. You could find it. I could post screenshots of it right here. Here. We're gonna do this. There we go. Okay. This is part of what I was doing just because I'm trying to find the GIF because the GIF is so much more informative. Trying to figure out why ellipses work. I wish I could search like by GIF. Maybe I could. Oh, this is when I was making the bird cam or the bird thing. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like hyper fixating on this, but trust. Darn, whatever. Basically, as object gets more foreshortened, you're fine. As it gets more foreshortened, the major axis stays closer to you versus the true center of the box. The true center of the box gets further away while the minor axis kind of stays near you as it gets more foreshortened. I think I'm getting that correct. I wish I had the GIF so I could remember which one, but I'm a chud, so that is my mistake. Boom, face cam, jump scare. Oh, that's like still this. Why is it still like that? Oh, there. Whatever. Stupid. Cool. Okay. Sip of water. I'm really upset I can't find the GIF. I'm gonna look for it one more time. Wait, I have an idea. Oh wait, no, they got rid of the channel on Drawbox. I'm pretty sure I posted in the 250 or the challenge thing, but they changed how it all works. Whatever. I've never cared. I think it's like one of those things, even though Cure isn't here, I'm just gonna rant about it. That's good to have in the back of your head, even if you haven't practiced it. Which, you know, practice is, I think, very important for when you learn a concept, right? It's kind of useless to not practice it and be like, I vaguely understand this thing. Because if you don't practice, how do you know to implement it? It's still good to know, but please practice the things you learn, right? This seems really off. I just realized my body isn't a perfect pivot because, like, it means I'd have to pivot around this point. It's a good guess, I think. That can't be right. Yeah, I think this box may be too foreshortened. We'll finish it, make that decree, and then we may call it for today after that. We'll see. Actually, wait, what day is today? Come on. Oh my god, I hate Apple. This just doesn't seem right. This is gonna look really weird. I think we've hit distortion. Maybe we haven't. Trying to minimize error right now as much as I can. You see something random out of context? I can't remember it. Dang it. Wait. You're gonna have to give me a second. Bumbling through brush, my botanical escapade continues, snagged on leaves, but hey, more crafting supplies, jackpot maze of trees. Those who know. Just to break the silence. I don't even know if that's English. It was. There was a YouTuber named Kwebbelkop who I think he still is a YouTuber. He makes AI generated content, which yeah, and he's been doing it before like the advent of classical LLMs and stuff, like AI image generation, whatever. Uh, and he made it one where it's like a person playing Minecraft AI generated, and the AI says that sentence, which is just absurd. This ended up not being as 1 to 2 as I thought it would. which is a bit vexing, but we'll go back to this strategy for now. This feels good as well. So this is a good box in perspective. I can't complain. I really can't. Actually, it's not that bad. So what we're going to do, guys, sounds like a tongue twister for me. It basically is, even for me. Actually, I'm not that good at speaking English. Okay, so we're going to do BRB for like 2 minutes. Ad break for 2 minutes. We're going to come back. We're going to do a little bit of gaming. We're going to come back. We're going to start the orthos on this, and then we'll call it stream for today. We'll go with this. Anyway, do you think drawing a box is a solid start in drawing everything 100%? For sure. You don't have to draw a box perfectly, but knowing the box is like the perfect form for 3D space, right? You have a plane in every axis. And when you could do that, you could start representing things with boxes. And then once you get comfortable representing things with boxes, you could just kind of intuit where the box would be and draw without it. It's a pretty cool ability, and I highly recommend it for those who it works for, right? Drawing is different for everybody, but I highly recommend trying and seeing if it works for you. If not, that's completely fine. There's infinitely many ways to draw. Anyways, be right back. Let us get started with some gaming. I kind of here. You know what? I'll wait for QR to get back because I feel like QR would also like to participate in this. We'll do the Scrandle for now. Scrandle is interesting. Scrandle is, I believe, it gives you game food, and you have to compare them. Who would eat it more? And so this is a fun exercise in learning more about different foods of the world, and also projecting my opinion onto the world and being surprised when it does not align. Let's do the daily Scrandle. Oh god, okay, this is large. This is really large. Here we go. What do we have? Pie, mashed peas, and gravy. Oh, music changed a little bit. Yes, food. Versus chicken and chips. So, pie, mashed peas, and gravy, by the way, clears, but I would like... Actually, the peas kind of sets it back, but this just looks a lot more involved than this, right? Chicken and fries. My mouth is watering, by the way. That's terrible, but yeah, we're gonna go here. Easy. Oh, thanks for voting. What? Wait, how do I... Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, now it's real. Now it's real. I voted. Gotcha. I supplied data. We have Malang meatball versus Gogosi, I guess. I don't know what bakso is. I will be doing a lot of Googling here. I'm tempted to say the one on the right. Jakarta, Indonesia versus... This looks like something I'd get from Hawker Center. And I know it probably smacks. But this, I feel like people are voting here with their eyes. And this definitely gets it. With white chocolate, chocolatier sauce. This is Romania, I believe. Am I high? Yeah, okay. We're gonna go here. There we go. Boom. Easy. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Cheesy chips, not even. Don't even. Godzilla dog. Okay, come on. Something called Godzilla dog versus cheesy chips. And it's an American cheese slice, which, like, come on. This, American cheese. This is probably like something in the UK. Versus this, I mean, yeah, I don't know what Godzilla is specifically in context of this, but we have jalapenos, onions, what I'm assuming is queso cheese, relish, the dog itself. This sounds so good compared to cheesy chips. They put salt and pepper on top of the cheese. We're not even, dude, 68%. That could have been so funny. Ooh, okay, come on. Salt and pepper squid, which sounds great, or buffalo wings. Come on, dude. Don't even at me. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. Okay. Dude, look at that steak pie. The peas, I know, doesn't look delectable. That we just started. Yeah, we're 3 out of what I'm assuming. That's another 3. That's 10. 3 out of 10. Come on. Bangers and mash. What? Or steak pie with peas gravy topped with crispy onions? Dude. What? What? Okay, anyways. Peas is not a favorite of mine. Not at all. Really? Okay, prime versus sausage, chips, and curry? What are we doing? Okay. Prime? Yeah, no. Prime was not the winner there. It was not, yeah. Ugh. Hot dog versus hot dog. This is like a school lunch. Here we go, yeah. This at least looks somewhat delectable, right? We have like a cooked bun. Okay, sausage baguette. The baguette... Okay, okay, guys. If baguette wins, they are not thinking about this critically. Imagine biting into a baguette, how tough it can be, right? Look how tough this is, right? Versus this over here, which, you need 3 people to work on, and it's horrendous, right? The Glizilla with Maczilla upgrade. This is stupid. Yeah, this shit is burnt. That is supposed to be a sausage. I forgot. Yeah, no. Okay, no, yeah, thank God. USA sweep. Ooh, okay, wait. This could be crazy. Squid. As much as you can get on a toothpick. Is that carrots and onion? Interesting. With like Tanzania versus Algeria versus... I feel like... Okay, guys. Do we think most of the world is picky eaters? Because I think I would smack this up. I would actually go for this. But I feel like a lot of people are picky eaters. They see chicken nuggets and fries and ketchup and they're like, I want to eat this. We're going over here. Oh, no. I should have guessed. Don't worry, QR. We saved another game for you. I saved it's Twitch audience, real. So yeah, I should have bet on picky eaters. That should be the philosophy here. I should be in the mind of a picky eater. But tell me this doesn't look amazing. Spicy chicken noodles. Where was this? England. Oh, versus festive bowl. Oh no! Oh, I need to stop voting as okay. I'm in the mind of a picky eater. Thank God. Okay. So, community average versus mine. Guess the average person. Like, look at dude. What the hell is this? This is all just like, yeah, first of all, it's dry. This looks, I'm not sure. This just looks like noodles. My mouth is watering so much it's actually hard to talk. I'm such a chud. This pisses me off. I could get behind this. I could understand this one. This one, because this one you will undoubtedly end up with a disease. And that's fine. This, they probably used like freaking Maruchan ramen block and cooked it and whatever. This pisses me off. Because this undoubtedly looks so much better than this. I'm done. I'm done here. Okay, time for the game duel. Cover art. Oh. River hint. So I would say this is like a World War II game with German stuff, but like, look at this. Undermare. Like this art style. I would almost say, is this, this isn't Don't Starve, because you don't have like locations like this, right? River Kent. Looks fantasy. Yeah. Let's hit a little skip. I just need a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. A flower. Crags. Oh. I'm not knowledgeable. This couldn't be Witcher because the art style. Where's TS block? Search. I don't know what this is. They're hiding the person in the middle too, which is killing me. Oh, I have no idea what this is. I have no. I'll wait a second for anyone, but is that like figure? It's like something plague. Oh no, there's no UE. Going once, going twice. Okay, I was like. Strange horticulture. My bad. I've never played strange horticulture. Oh, Purge would have been a good guess. Okay, come on. Oh, is this Ori? Is this Ori? Or is this, it kind of looks like Slug Game. What's Slug Game called again? Is it Hollow Knight? I'll trust. Okay. Oh, wait. No, you can literally see his horns. I'm such a chud. Okay. Real, thank you guys for saving me. Thank you for making me a better person. Oh no, I don't know who this is. This gives Monster Hunter vibes, but that's like technology. Devastating like lightning. This kind of looks... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. How do I look at like the past? Oh, there we go. Kind of looks like Apex in a way. It's giving Gunnar game. I can kind of see that. Gunnar hack and slash. Let's do one more. Yeah. No. Is this the fighting game Injustice 2? Is this Injustice? No, wait, it did it twice. You're kill. Oh wait, maybe it did. I don't know. Anyways, is this Bayonetta? I don't know how Bayonetta works. I'm just gonna guess. Stellar Blade. Fuck. There's a new game coming out too. Stellar Blade 2 is coming out. Come on, chud. Is Stellar Blade Gunnar game? I kind of saw when I noticed we were looking at a thigh. I was like, oh. Okay, keywords. Mascot sequel one-liners. Okay. I'm thinking Bugsy. Bubsy 4D. Nope. Anthropomorphism Hub World Collectathon. Then we're going... I wouldn't say Banjo-Kazooie because of one-liners. Anthropomorphism Hub World Collectathon. It could be Spyro. Nope. Spy theme. Oh, Sly Cooper? Nope. Tongue attack, wall climbing, bug collecting. Tongue attack. Any of you guys tongue heads? I've never played Bugsnax. Wait, no, is that a collectible? It is mystery. You know what? That's a pretty okay. Oh, it's spy thing, not mystery. I'm a chud. Sewn classic movie parodies, remote controls. Sam and Max, I don't know. That's not even a. PlayStation Underground pop culture jokes. Hey, what's up, Safi? How's it going? Oh, Bear has an idea. It's the lizard game. Oh, Gex? Gex? Is that what you mean? We're holding for confirmation. How's your day going, Safi? Yeah, okay. It is Gex, but it was Gex 3. What an interesting game series idea. I'm not going to even play the raw Gex one. I'm not even doing that. I'm better than that. Okay, what do we got going on here? I've no doubt played this game. I really feel like I have. But none of this looks familiar. I mean, it looks familiar, but like I have no idea what it would be. So we have like almost fantasy, like magic lava stuff, and then like the White House. I haven't slept in 20 hours pulling an all-nighter. Oh, goodness, Safi. Well, you know, I can't tell you what to do, but please do find time. I think you're the last person I have to explain the consequences of all-nighters to. Just please be careful. This couldn't be God of War, because the windows. This isn't God of War. What is this? Last day? Okay, so then you're free. Well, best of luck. I do wish you could get some more sleep. I have no idea what this is, by the way. Darksiders. I'm a fake gamer. That's like pivotal. Okay, let's do we already did the Scrandle. We're going to do some of the Cuddle. Let's do Volume. So, how are we going to philosophize this? We're going to find the most similar parts, which is like right here. But this has more volume, so I want to take a little bit of volume from the left side. And we're going to go like probably right here-ish, I believe. And, yeah. I did! Screw. Oh, all the way through. Oh. It's like, oh, that kind of changes the game a little bit. Oh, damn! It should have been like right there. Damn! I suck. I'm a chud. That was my worst one yet. Okay, here we go. More or less. And then we'll get back to finishing the box. I haven't been informed I have to leave, or I would like to leave sooner. So you got 48 flexing on me. Damn. Okay. Murder or Shawshank Redemption? Murder. What are we doing? This is fake. This isn't real. This isn't real. This is not real. The Lakers have to have so much more. Sports betting is at an all-time high. Okay, yeah. No, murder has no. Death threat. Lakers. Dude, who the hell looks up murder? You're not looking up murder? Pfft, get with it, dude. I'm looking up murder. JFK or death threat? Interesting. Me. This is a curious one. I'm gonna go death threat. He's dead, bro. What? This is fake. Jenna Ortega, don't even ask. I think we're doing better than yesterday. So on that one, Spotify streams, we got this. Dean Lewis or DJ Snake? Am I fake for not knowing either of these people? Let's see. He looks pretty, so I'm going to click on him. They're both pretty. Damn it. Fuck. Okay. It was DJ Snake. My bad. Okay. Yep. Not even going to think about it. Provocative main picture. That's how. Okay, come on. Easy. Okay, they gave me a gimme. They gave me that. They gave me probably one of the most streamed people ever. Okay. Smiley versus Brackens. I wish I could look at previous ones to kind of like contextualize. He's pretty. No! Oh. Guys, do not use the pretty strat. It does not work. You should try getting some practice there. Is there murder? Spider-Man 3. Easy. For Automod. Oh, and also, that was not easy. Okay, come on. Automod? I don't think... Oh, wait, no, it wasn't Automod. I think you got YouTube diffed, where it just deletes your message. Did I get that one right? I wasn't looking. Oh, I think I did. I've seen clips of this. I haven't seen clips of this. Okay, come on. People are going to eat that up. No, okay. Pixels versus Forrest Gump, dude. Okay, some of these are give-me's, and I appreciate it. I'm averaging 3. Okay, so what is... John Lennon's Molar sells more than the Qatar phone number... I'm going to go John Lennon's Molar. Oh, it's... Oh. 2 million? Van Gogh, easy. 2 million for a phone number. Antwerp Diamond Heist versus $33 million. You could steal that much money? Okay, I'm no longer streaming. YouTube, more, yeah, dude. I gotta go to Antwerp, bro. Qatar's, yeah, but like for a phone number though. I feel like because anyone in the world could buy a phone number, isn't it just 666-6666? Oh wait, because you're not included. Okay. The shock every time. Guy, I need a clip farm. 3 for 5, dude. I'm never gonna break a 4. Okay, come on. I need to break a 4 here. Here we go. Okay. Songs on Spotify with over 1 billion streams, or Times Nike has redesigned its swoosh logo. I'm about to sneeze too. They haven't ever changed the logo. Okay, cool. Tom Cruise movie appearances, much less than 450. And also pay 2 mil to get prank called. That is real. Or people like trying to summon Satan. Number of emojis officially recognized by Unicode. Oh, much more. Yeah. Okay, we're about to break 4. Come on. We're about to break 4. Squares on Scrabble board. Oh, yeah. Yes, we broke 4. Let's go. Let's hit 5. Degrees Fahrenheit of the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth. Ooh, shit. This is pretty close. On Earth. I'm assuming on the surface of the Earth. This makes me sound ignorant, but like, you know, where I live, it consistently reaches 105 degrees, right? During the summer. 255. That is 123 degrees Celsius. Gotta be Scrabble? Really? And we're assuming this is Fahrenheit, too. So interesting. And Celsius... Fine, I'm gonna trust you guys, but I really feel like it's this. Okay, I'm a chud. I'm a chud, okay. GG. We finally hit a 5. Top 93% of players today. I'll take it. Cool. Okay, we'll do it, all that stuff next stream. I gotta go. We gotta go do stuff. It's in Death Valley. I knew it was in Death Valley. I just did not know it. I really thought it would have to be at like 175. So I was like, I think, isn't it Death Valley? Yeah. We're gonna call it here, guys. Sorry to do that to all of you with the promise of more box drawing, but I think this is a good way to end it. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Thank you, Safi QR Bear. Thank you very much for modding Riptide Toast. We had our friend SV Sam here earlier. I hope I said everybody's name. I apologize if I forgot. Once again, thank you all for joining, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.